From the University of Laverne, this is Foothill Community News.
Hello, I'm Bree Weeks.
And I'm Carson Leathers, and this is Foothill Community News. Topping our news, well, you have to dig a little deeper into your pocket if you ride the Foothill transit system. Reporter Michael Hernandez says fares are going up, and he has the details and information on other proposed changes.
Starting in October, the cost of riding a Foothill transit bus will cost 25 cents more. It may not seem like much, but Tiffany Young says it will affect her daily commute from Pomona to Riverside.
You know, the bus is supposed to be a cheaper alternative to, regular street traffic. Everything's going up, but not, the cost of living, not the wages. So it's going to hurt.
According to Foothill Transit spokesman Felicia Friesman, the rate hike is due to the cost of operating buses and several other factors.
Gas prices don't go down, they do tend to just continue to go up. So we do have to accommodate new cost challenges with that.
She also says as people move in and out of different areas, it also impacts the transportation needs.
And we're trying to accommodate those shifts while still being fiscally responsible. And in order to do that, we do have to make changes in our fares.
The increase will only affect those paying cash. If you are using the Transit Access Pass or the tap cards, the fares will remain the same. The Foothill Transit Board was thinking about eliminating 4 bus routes, but customers spoke out against it.
We're making some rerouting changes based on customer concerns, but overall, it's some efficiency changes and some rerouting changes and not a lot of cancellation.
Foothill Transit has not yet finalized any of its proposed changes, but will do so in the next couple of weeks. If approved, the changes will go into effect October of this year. For Foothill Community News, I'm Michael Hernandez.
Our wet winter may have ended California's 5-year drought, but now all that snow packed on the mountains threatens to cause flooding. The winter snowpack is the largest the state has seen since 1950. As the weather heats up and the snow melts, experts say some mountains and foothill communities may be at risk for flooding.
The warm weather provided the perfect backdrop on Earth Day as thousands gathered across the globe to speak their minds and march for science. Reporter Lauren Van Lull got an inside look at the march that took place in our own backyard.
Science is really baked into the culture of this city.
Over 1,000 people, from engineers to educators, joined together at the California Institute of Technology in Pasadena to march in support of science education and research.
Science is important to our safety as humans. It is the knowledge base of which we have developed as a society and advanced. And we cannot lose the gains we've made.
Donning homemade signs, the supporters marched 1.5 miles to call attention to the need for science and to protest President Trump's proposed budget cuts, defunding more than 30 different environmental and research programs.
And our lifestyle, everything that we do is grounded on science. We stand on the shoulders of giants who asked that question.
Inspired by the massive women's march held earlier this year, the science community felt it was time to make their voices heard too.
Here you have people all across the country coming together to make a statement that regardless of their political affiliation, they believe in research and science-based decision-making. Science is apolitical, science is nonpartisan, science is about the discovery of information and facts, and we should use that discovery and those facts when we make decisions.
As more and more science programs are being threatened with defunding, advocates say that now more than ever is the time to stress scientific education and its vital part in society. Lauren Van Lull, Foothill Community News.
Students at California public universities are a step closer to being able to obtain what is known as the abortion pill from campus clinics. The proposed bill passed the State Senate Health Committee and is now being reviewed by the Senate Education Committee. The bill would require California's public universities to provide the abortion pill to female students who request it. If it passes, the law will go into effect by the year 2020.
Another bill up for vote in the California Senate would allow bars and restaurants to serve alcohol late into the early morning. If passed, last call would move from 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. The Senate Public Safety Committee passed the bill in February, and now California legislators are getting ready to vote on the initiative. The bill would allow cities to decide whether they want later last call times in bars.
It was a beautiful night to sip wine and sample everything Old Town Laverne has to offer during the annual wine walk. Christian Gonzalez has the story.
D Street in Laverne was host to the annual Sip of Laverne wine walk. Friends and family gathered to sample wine and food from local Laverne businesses. Shelly Hernandez, Laverne resident of 20 years, says the event is something she looks forward to.
It's a great experience coming out and having fun in the community. Tasting the new wines and seeing the people, seeing a lot of friends I haven't seen in a while.
Participants walked around Old Town with their own commemorative wine glasses sampling wine and food. Restaurants and businesses like Roots Hair Salon and Wild Earth Spa offered up treats to attract new customers, while live music filled the streets. For new Laverne resident Ray Pena, it was a chance to experience the Laverne tradition.
We seen a flyer and we came in and decided to partake in the wine walk.
Laverne police were also on hand to make sure the event ran nice and smoothly. During the wine walk, participants got a chance to take a little sip of Laverne. For Foothill Community News, I'm Christian Gonzalez.
Coming up, a local church brings the community together for some family fun.
And the city of San Dimas pays homage to California history in its fine arts show. All this and more on Foothill Community News.
Start a story. Adopt at theshelterpetproject.org.
Thousands across the San Gabriel Valley attended the annual Holy Name of Mary Family Festival this past weekend. Reporter Ariana Martinez shows us what the fun was all about.
For over 14 years, people from across San Dimas and Laverne have gathered at Holy Name of Mary Catholic Church for their annual family festival. The heat couldn't keep the crowds of people away from the colorful carnival games, thrilling rides, and delicious food.
And it's a fun family day for all of us.
Right, and they want to do rides, of course, so
Kids
that's really why we're here, because they wanted rides today.
People came out to listen to the different bands that were playing and danced along to the music. The event has expanded since its beginning in 2003. It is known as one of the largest fairs in the San Gabriel Valley, as it brings families from all over the area.
The funds that are collected, 100% of the funds go towards our parish and towards our school.
The money that comes in from this event is a vital component to keeping the school and church running. The festival is held every year at the end of April, and entry is free. You have a chance to win a new car by participating in the raffle. So if you missed it, there's always next year.
This event has happened for many years and has been very successful in the past. Holy Name of Mary hopes to continue to grow this event so that they can help the community and their school. For Foothill Community News, this is Ariana Martinez.
A few blocks away, a different kind of celebration was underway at the San Dimas Civic Center, one that celebrated local art and its portrayal of California history. I went out and found out what makes this event so great. Crowds filled the halls of the San Dimas Civic Center for the 41st Annual Art Extravaganza. Paintings and sculptures filled the space for all to see. Artists show up and show out for this prestigious event each year. This exhibit used to be Western themed, and within the last couple years, the show has taken on its new theme in hopes of drawing even larger crowds than before.
We switched to California Images, History and Images a couple of years ago. The object was to broaden the subject matter of the paintings.
The 30 artists at the show best portray its theme by showing the vast diversity of the Golden State, from the vast landscapes to Hollywood movies.
But the bronze this year, I think, really surpassed what I've seen in the past.
This year's featured artist was Tom Hester, a master sculptor and special effect artist most well known for his characters in Shrek and Michael Jackson's Thriller music video. One of the most anticipated events at the show is the Artist's Quick Draw, where within only 1 hour they complete a piece of artwork that is put up for auction for the attendees.
Well, I always like the quick draw. That's amazing to see what they can do.
I spoke to longtime attendee Margie Green about what she thought about this year's 41st show.
Well, it's always great, and this year it's absolutely wonderful. The artists are just fantastic.
The board hopes that this show can continue on for 40 more years as a prominent art show in the community, as well as in the community of the arts.
We have some tips for you if you're looking for something to do or looking to get things done. Here's what's happening around the town. Framing Armenia, a two-person art exhibition by Diana Morkosian and Scout Tufeng Jin, is on display at the University of Laverne's Irene Carlson Gallery of Photography. The exhibit explores the legacy of the Armenian genocide and the history of Armenians throughout the last century. The photographs will be on display until May 26th. The gallery is open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Interested in attending the Inland Empire's very own version of Comic-Con? Comic-Con Revolution is the first annual comic convention held at the Ontario Convention Centre. Over 200 exhibits will be present, ranging from vintage comic dealers to toy and collectible sellers. The event takes place on May 13th. Kids 12 and under get in free. Tickets for teens and adults range from $15 to $25.
The 2017 Cuisines of the Foothills Extravaganza is right around the corner. Join the Glendora Chamber of Commerce at the Glendora Country Club on May 16th for a night under the big top. The vintage circus-themed evening will feature scrumptious bites and fine wines. The event starts at 5:30 p.m., tickets are $35, and you must be 21 or older to attend.
Calling all pooches and puppies, visit the Mission Circuit Dog Show during the long Memorial Day weekend for a howling good time. It all starts at 9 a.m. on May 25th at the Pomona Fairplex. Over 8,000 dogs and 160 different breeds will be featured. Admission is free and parking is $10 at Gate 17. Visit www.missioncircuit.com for more information.
You can also head over to the Santa Anita Park. The racetrack will be hosting a Memorial Day Carnival from May 27th to the 29th. You can watch the horse races while enjoying carnival snacks and thrilling rides. Doors open at noon and carnival ride tickets are $10 online and $15 at the door.
Get rid of your hazardous waste by safely disposing it at the Pomona Fairplex. Stop by the White Avenue lot on June 24th and safely discard your coolants and chemicals free of charge. The event is being hosted by the Los Angeles Department of Public Works. They'll be collecting materials from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Join us when we come back for a quick update about your local sports.
You're watching Foothill Community News.
Chef Patty here. Why should you include avocados as part of your family's balanced diet? It's as simple as 1, 2, 3. Number 1. Avocados fill you up. Avocados contain unsaturated fats, good fats your body needs to help with the absorption of key nutrients.
Me hungry right now.
Number 2.
Avocados are good for you.
Avocados are naturally cholesterol and sodium free, plus they contain nearly 20 vitamins and nutrients.
Me need vitamins and nutrients. And number 3, avocado delicious.
Try avocados in place of ingredients higher in saturated fat. Avocados taste great in sandwiches, salads, and even in baked goods like cookies.
Avocado cookies? This match made in heaven.
We have Joseph Orozco here for sports.
What have our teams been up to, Joseph?
Well, Carson, the regular season for spring sports is wrapping up, and I have your latest information on playoffs and championships right here. The University of Laverne softball team has clinched another SCIAC Conference regular season championship. The Lady Leopards secured their second consecutive title on April 29th with a 2-game sweep of the University of Redlands by scores of 8-0 and 5-4. With this, Angelica D'Angelo hitting a walk-off single in the second game to ensure the Leopards a conference championship. The Lady Leopards will host the postseason conference tournament, which will take place from May 5th through the 7th. The Laverne baseball team has lost the last 2 games of its regular season to Whittier College on April 29th. The Leopards lost the first game in extra innings 10-9 before coming up short in their next game to the Poets 11-3. The results ensured the Leopards a 4th-place finish in conference. They traveled to California Lutheran University for their postseason conference tournament, which took place from May 5th through the 7th. The Laverne track and field team had 2 of its athletes crowned conference champions on April 29th. TJ Randall placed first in the men's shot put competition with a throw of 15.57 meters. That's over 51 feet. Meanwhile, Lee Kim also placed first in the women's triple jump competition with a leap of 11.26 meters, just edging out Claremont Musgrip's Liz Lee, who had a leap of 11.24 meters. Congratulations to both TJ and Lee Kim. To the high school scene now, where San Dimas softball is well on its way to an unprecedented 9th consecutive Val Vista League championship. The ladies sent throttle Roland High School on April 29th, 23-0, and followed that with an 8-3 victory over Baldwin Park on May 1st, and a 3-2 win over Wilson High School. San Dimas has 3 more games left before playoffs begin. The San Dimas baseball team is also on course to win a Val Vista League championship. The Saints defeated Northview High School on April 27th, 7-0, and Baldwin Park High School 8-0 on May 2nd. They have 3 games left before their regular season ends as well. Bonita's softball team is in a dogfight to try to enter the playoffs. The Bearcats are currently tied for 3rd place in the Palomares League after losses to Ayala and Claremont High Schools by scores of 9-2 and 4-3. They didn't help their cause either after losing yet another game, this time to Glendora High School on May 3rd by a score of 5-3. The Bonita baseball team is in a deeper hole than the softball team. The Bearcats have lost 3 in a row, including 2 defeats to Glendora High School 3-1 and 5-1. Bonita is in 4th place in the Palomares League behind Ayala High School for the final playoff spot. The Bearcats need to win the 4 games remaining on their schedule, as well as Ayala losing the rest of their games to get a guaranteed playoff spot. But as of now, it is not looking good. And finally, congratulations to the Damien High School volleyball team for clinching a 5th consecutive league championship on May 2nd when they defeated Diamond Ranch High School in 4 sets, 25-22, 23-25, 25-14, and 25-12. The Spartans should have a high seed when the Southern Section Division III playoff brackets are released. And that concludes today's sports, guys.
Thanks for the update, Joseph.
And good luck to our teams as they finish their season. When we come back, some good news for the University of Laverne's Communications Department.
You're watching Foothill Community News.
They told me a bottle couldn't dream. That I would never become a superhero. But I learned how to fly. Just to come back in a new disguise. And be the hero that I've always wanted to be.
The University of Laverne Journalism Department recently showed its strength at the Society of Professional Journalists Mark of Excellence Awards. The regional awards recognize excellence in student journalism in areas such as breaking news, in-depth reporting, sports, and photography. When all was said and done, the department came away with 8 awards for work produced in the Campus Times, Laverne Magazine, and right here on Foothill Community News. Congratulations to our fellow journalists.
That'll do it for us here at Foothill Community News. I'm Bree Weeks.
And I'm Carson Leathers. See you next time.
Hi, everybody.